You are listening to
Clef Pods.
the New School Podcast.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So, welcome to season 2 of Clef Pods, the New School Podcast, and celebrating this milestone, which is the year anniversary of this podcast. I have a very special guest that goes by the name of Sola John, and he is with me here celebrating this milestone. Please, a round of applause for him.
I get in the place where I'm feeling happy, right? I feel like boss.
So, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm great.
Yeah, great. How has your year been, or how is 2024 progressing?
Oh, 2024 started with the rough start, but at least with the applied pressure.
If you press factory reset.
No, never the extreme.
So today's topic is meeting your 2024 expectations.
Okay.
So what comes to mind?
Well, same routine now. Set your plan, try to achieve it. At the end of the year, you give thanks for the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to say that's the normal routine.
Of
But
Nigerians.
All right, but then I'm just going to say this is a new year.
Yeah.
So we always say new year, new system,
New me.
new me, and all those things. So, well, we just say it with words. So instead of just saying it with words, we should try putting that thing into action. What didn't work for you last year? Check the errors, modify it, and let it get better this year,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, that's actually nice because most Nigerians, what we tend to do is just when we set unattainable goals
Yeah.
and it gets to the end of the year, we are like, at least thank God we did not die. Thank God for life. Then we press factory reset again and begin same routine every year. But can you walk us through some of your 2024 goals and how you hope to achieve them?
If I go talk 2024 go like this now, you know, can go something.
Hold your accountable.
Ah.
Don't worry.
All right. Okay. So before I talk about 2024 goal, let me just quickly talk about my 2023. Now, in 2023, I was, should I say, in a financial downscape, like I was low financially. So
Okay.
the thing was, I set this amount of money that I should have realized by the end of the year.
Wow.
So, well, eventually I got 1/3 of it. Not a total loss.
Mhm.
But then I had a lot of experience in 2023, roller coaster really. So new teachings, new ideas and experiences. So that has reshaped my thinking process. Not just thinking, action too. So in order to make this year better, there are some things I have to consider doing, which is the first thing is plan. Not plan in the should I say traditional sense, how we do it. But when we say plan for your new year, like okay, this year I'm going to put more effort on my job so that I'm going to make more money.
Or gym.
So our number one goal as Nigerians is money.
Number
No
two.
matter how you say it, it always revolves around money.
Yeah.
You get? So we don't usually focus on the long term benefits.
Approach to getting that
Yeah.
goal done.
So we usually focus on that immediate one. Right. So but when you are having a solid plan, you have to focus on, should I say, what you are getting. There is no money. I don't know if you are getting it. Now, let's take a look at this now. I'm a student, a mass comm student. So I was like, okay, now last year, at the beginning of last year, these are the things I could do relating to my course. Right? At the end of the year, these are the things I'm able to do. Now, this year I should be able to do better. Right?
Yes.
Not just better, like way better. So the thing is, I plan. Now, according to a teaching, should I say a course on Udemy that I stumbled across this year. So it's created in an approach to planning, which is SMART, SMART. Right. So the first thing is any goal you are trying to achieve, you have to be specific about it. So if you you want to start gymming, you'll be like, okay, I have to lose 70 something of weight. I don't know those
Everything.
terminologies.
Yeah.
So this is what you want to lose. You have to be specific about it. You don't just say I want to lose weight. No, that's just too random. You want to lose so amount of weight. You have to be specific about it.
Yeah.
That's the first one. Now, allowing it being measurable. Now, you have to set a standard. That being measurable is you setting a standard that you have to follow. Should I say weekly, or maybe daily, or monthly?
Just
so you're like, okay, this week I have to lose this amount of weight. This week I have to lose this amount of weight. So that's how you continue. Now you have to have discipline to continue in that way.
Yeah.
Right? Now, the third one is make sure that your goal is attainable. It has to be attainable. If you are setting unrealistic goals, you are going to end up frustrated at the end of the day. So you have to make sure that thing, as long as you can push yourself to work, you can achieve it.
Yes.
You get it?
Yeah.
Now that's the third one. Now the fourth one, which is relevance. Now, this thing you are doing, you ask yourself, why are you doing it? Now, the reason you are doing it is what's going to allow you to achieve that goal. That thing you are planning to achieve. That's what's going to. Now, let's say we are using the gym as an example, right?
Yes.
So you'd be like, okay, yes, I want to be physically fit, not just physically fit. I want to be healthy. And going to the gym is one way of doing that, right? So
Yes.
if that's what the goal is going to contribute to your life, making you fit, making you healthy, right? So making you mentally fit also. That's the relevance. That's the should I say that's the benefit you are getting from doing that.
Doing it, yes.
Yeah, and the last one is it has to be time based. You don't just say I'm going to lose weight this year and that's the end of it. No, you have to give yourself a deadline. Our brain usually works when you are very close to that finishing line.
Yes.
I don't know if you know about people that procrastinate a lot. I'm one
of them.
So probably you have a work that you're supposed they give you 7 days to do that work. The first 5 days you just take it as a joke and everything.
Yeah,
so the main time you pull yourself to work is that last 2 days when you're very close to that red line.
Yeah.
You get so, but when you give yourself time to do that thing, that you set it, okay, by April I must have achieved my goal. You are like there's no two ways about it. It's either I do it or I die trying.
Yeah.
You get so once you give yourself that thing, it becomes close. You know that if I don't get it at this moment in time, it means that my plan has shattered.
True.
You get so that is going to make you put more effort into achieving that goal.
So back to the original question of the expectations you have for 2024.
Yeah.
So what are some reasonable expectations that you have for 2024, and what are some ways that you tend to achieve them?
Well, for me, my own personal goal is related to my academics. Okay, so I'm trying to be better at what I do. Now, one of the ways I found in doing that is by writing.
Okay.
So my thoughts, I'm trying to put it out rather than it just being in my head.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know how to write in the professional way.
Okay.
So now, like I said, the SMART process, that's what I'm applying right now. So I'm thinking that by April, I should be a professional writer.
Okay.
I don't have to be very good.
But
I don't have to exactly. So I should be a professional writer by then. So now, every week I can say I must write 500 words. That's it being measurable.
Yeah, attainable goals, yes.
And attainable at the same time. So every month I must publish 4 polished articles.
Oh.
That's it. And after 3 months. But one thing is, when you are setting goal, you have to also make sure that you have a roadmap. Now, for someone who is trying to learn a skill, right? So you must know how you're going to learn it. Now, you can't just say you want to learn computer engineering and you have zero idea on how to do it. For me, I can think of different sources and outline my roadmap. Now, for the writing, I said I'm starting from understanding the writing process that is taken by professionals, right? So I create something. This thing is like a scheme of work. So each week, this is what I do, and as long as you are learning this, you should be able to do this task.
Yeah.
You get so once you progress that way, you are going to be able to achieve it eventually.
Yes. Okay. Can you brief us on some of the things you learned from 2023? that will shape your 2024, or some of the mistakes or things you did that will shape your 2024?
Oh, well, I think one of the things I learned in 2023, in fact, the most important one is, should I say, try connecting to people.
Hmm. That's the making meaningful
That's
connection.
that's the first thing I learned because originally I usually do things on my own. Everything. I'm an individualistic person before,
Okay.
so I'm trying to change my ways now. So I'm individualistic. Everything I do, I solely rely on myself and myself alone. You get so in 2023, I learned depending on others and allowing others to depend on you too.
Okay.
You get so there is this thing, this kind of this word they usually this common word. It says if you want to go far, you go alone. No, sorry, if you want
Which
to
one
go
to go?
fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, you go with people you love.
Wow.
Right? So I never see the need for connection before, but towards the end of the year, last year, yeah, I find it very, very important to my life. Now, I saw the impact people around me are making to
Okay.
me. Now, that's the first thing. Allowing yourself be around people. It doesn't mean that you have to be an extrovert. No, it doesn't mean you have to be an extrovert. So you just have to, even if it's just a small cycle, a kind of place where you feel psychologically safe,
Yes.
where you feel safe to express yourself without fear of reprisal. That's it. So it creates an avenue for growth. You get so it allows you to express yourself, things that you don't even know about yourself.
You get to know better.
So it kind of leads to self-discovery, right? So now aside that, another thing is discipline. Now that's one core value I'm taking very serious this year. Now recently I read an article about a guy, he's also a writer.
Okay.
So he was talking about how he advanced in life. Right. So one of the things he also made mention was discipline. Now, discipline comes with different other qualities. You mentioned it. Is it courage, tenacity, resilience, persistence, consistency? They are all byproducts of
Okay.
discipline.
Yes.
So now, and one of these things is taking responsibility. If you're 100%, should I say, reliable on yourself, not in an individual way. Like you are taking 100% responsibility of any position you find yourself. It's easier to move forward
Okay.
because
So
you don't blame anybody for where you are. So when you don't blame anybody for where you are and you don't stay overthinking the problem you have, it's easier to find a solution, especially when you have people around you.
okay, that's very good. So you are telling us that it's not good to be individualistic.
I'm not saying it's not good,
Okay.
but it
What
doesn't
I think
usually pay
it doesn't
in the
usually
long
pay,
run.
but taking responsibility for every action,
Yes.
it's okay. So can you put us through, like, in a context, how making or fostering healthy relationship has helped you?
Okay. All right. Let me. We are not I beg more than this. Man, speak to this more. All right. So, like we said, we are roommates, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like we are totally new to each other.
Guys,
Now,
wait. Let me clear this in. You guys, he's my roommate, but the guy is just too philosophical.
I know
The
this.
way he speaks is like he's a lecturer. I'm not no fear. The
All
English is
right.
too.
All right. So now, last year, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to survive this place. This is a new environment. This is
Yeah.
Togo. So navigating everywhere on your own is hard.
Sure.
Right? So, there's this thing that when you're in Nigeria, you don't relate with anybody, or probably only people you relate. But then when you're in an outside country that nobody even speaks your language, that one person that you see that speaks your language, you automatically becomes best friend.
Yes, yes.
You get, but then when you are navigating a new environment, like when we came to Togo here, so having people close to me around, it really helped. Now, the difference between here and when I went to Cotonou was in Cotonou, I was navigating everything myself. So I don't know where I'm going to do the next exchange rate. Just because I don't know how to speak French, so I don't know where to ask.
Yeah.
Where is exchange? I can walk like 5 miles just to make sure that I get that place.
Change
Something that I would have easily asked someone
that would direct you.
that would direct me there.
It's closer.
And if I don't even get that place, I can just decide to stay hungry overnight.
Oh.
Now, that aside, now, but talking in an academical sense, right? Having people around is going to ensure that you are growing together,
Sure.
right? When you are growing together, you are going to see the need to work more in order to achieve things. Like last semester, right? I and my classmates, so we challenged ourselves like, okay, since we are about to do, let's take ourselves serious this semester. So we eventually did a lot of things, which is where my writing skills I guess started from. Then we did photojournalism. So even things I don't know about photography before I learned it, just because we were doing it together. Originally, I didn't know about those things. So those are techniques that I apply to my photography skills now. Okay, so when you are doing things together, you discover new things, not just about people, but about
By
yourself too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what inspired you to go into writing?
Well, writing. Honestly, I can't say. Let me just say I've been fascinated about blogs
Blog.
right from when I was a kid. So I remember one time I tried to write a story. Like on this 60 leaf. I actually wrote it up to half page, but I eventually lost it. I'll pay million to get it now. I don't know if I get. Alright, so getting out of school, so I tried creating blogs and everything, but you know it's very frustrating when you want to do something but you don't know how to do it.
Yes.
So eventually I gave up. So I can say of recent I started writing skills. That's the third time I'm picking it up. So I can just say it's passion. I have passion for writing, and should I say getting my ideas out.
Okay,
So,
like really
so
your ideas.
writing is a way that I do that.
Express yourself. So
Yes.
they're entirely the same. I do mine
In a way.
through voice.
So in a
You
way,
do yours
yes.
through writing too. Oh, thanks for that. So what advice would you give someone who is hoping to achieve a set goal in 2024?
Well, I can only advise from my own view.
Okay.
So I'm not that you know when you're talking to people who has gone far in life, so like Elon Musk, tell him that okay, if you want to advise some people on how to achieve, you know.
Yes.
So I won't say I'm that kind of person who always achieve. I'm still a trying person.
Yeah.
So the only thing I can say is if you're trying to achieve a specific set of goals,
Okay.
always try and be open to new ideas. That's it. If you're open to new ideas, if you're open to possibilities, one way or the other. Now everything you find on the internet or from seminars, talk shows and everything, it might not work for you. But when you keep trying this and this, like really trying it, not just a taste, not just
Of
taste
it,
this, taste this, taste. No, you are really applying those principles to your daily life.
Yes.
Now, eventually, you're going to find one that suits you perfectly. I don't know if you get it.
Yeah.
It's going to work perfectly. Like, okay, there is this saying that there are many ways to success. So I can achieve fame through doing something that is totally irrational, something that is totally unreasonable. I can achieve fame through that. Now another person can achieve fame through their business, going to school, having good grades and everything. You get it?
Yes.
But the thing is, the person that got achieved fame through school, the person tried that. The person did their due process.
Yes.
That's why they achieved that fame. Now, if they have tried doing something irrational, they might not. But then it works for another person. You get it?
Yes.
So, but if you are open to new ideas, so if something doesn't work for you,
You can switch.
you can switch to something else. But the thing about these principles is one way or the other, it usually connects to each other.
Yeah, at the end.
If you look at it from a wider perspective,
Scope, yes.
it's usually, but the approach might be different, but the intention is usually the same.
Intention is
So,
usually the same.
if you are trying to achieve a goal, be open to new ideas, be open to new apps, try out new things.
That was
Yes.
actually, he applied to me too because I started from phone repair, then evolved to Clef store, then evolved to Clef TV, then we have Clef Pod. So it was a constant cycle of trying new things and dropping and trying, and at the end, it's all connecting because now I'm planning a very wider scope to achieve something relating to everything that I've done in the past. So it's all adding, the piece are all adding together, and that's why I come to terms that what you said is actually good. So over with that, let's let's head into something quite interesting. So
All right.
we have a dilemma today. Someone sent a dilemma. So guys, if you want to send your dilemma, please do. So I'll be reading one out loud. It said, I and my girlfriend are from different tribes. She's very well behaved and feminine. Whenever I talk to her parents, I can hear their genuine acceptance. But my mom doesn't approve just because of her tribe, and no other genuine reason, just because of her tribe. How do I go about this? Because it is unreasonable to leave someone that is obviously good for me just based off tribalism. What do you think?
Now, is the advice going to the guy or the girl?
The guy.
The
The one
guy.
that wrote the message.
Wow. This relationship for me, I'm not a relationship expert.
Yeah.
So
We
I'm
just
like,
need your opinion.
so
Your opinion.
the 2 cents I can drop is at first, most times when a parent says they don't like someone based on their tribe, in these days it doesn't work like that anymore.
Yeah.
Now, if we were talking about the previous century, that's fine. I can say that's common among them. But this current age that we are, those things are not common anymore. So if it were to be me, my mom tells me that okay, regardless of the attitude and everything, I don't like from their tribe.
Hmm.
Then to me, I'm going to take it that she's hiding something from me.
Why?
It's as simple
Why
as
would you
that.
say that?
Because I don't see it logical. Now, I'm going to assume that my mom wants what's best for me, right?
Yes.
Now, she wants me to live a happy life. She wants me to feel loved. She wants me to fulfill everything. In fact, she wants me to explore things that she wasn't unable to
Oh,
do.
yes, yes.
Now, just because of, should I say, a beef
It's some
with a kind of tribe or something she learned about the tribe, she won't allow me
marry them.
marry.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get it. So,
I understand.
if I were to be the guy, I would ask her, okay, why? Let me understand. Because, and the thing is, if she's trying to deviate from what I'm asking, this is something that parents don't like.
But wait, you know that Nigerian parents, they would never give you a very viable reason why you
Yes,
shouldn't do
that's
something.
this thing is how would I put it? It's different for each family,
Yeah,
right?
the dynamic
Now,
is different.
for me, I know how I talk to my mom that she'll give me the kind of reply I want, right? So if I tell her that I like this girl, now everything you can't point out to me one thing aside that she comes from this tribe. Okay, fine. I come from a tribe too. What if I like someone very well and then that person just says doesn't
Because
like
we
the
are
Yoruba
a
guy?
bad guy.
Now, how would you feel? Knowing fully well that I love the person full with my heart completely, which doesn't occur that often.
See,
That you see, no,
this
look
thing
at
is
it.
tricky because sorry, can I say something? This thing is tricky because Nigerian parents, they are not they act off sentiments.
Okay.
They don't reason logically. I'll just put some, let me not generalize. Some Nigerian parents, they don't want to see something from a logical perspective. They just want to be that, okay, I told you this, and if you are not respecting my wishes, I'm not giving you my blessings. We have seen it in many Nollywood films, if you watch films.
No, I don't watch
And-
Nollywood. I don't watch Nollywood.
But for people that watch Nollywood, you
Yeah.
understand this, but mommy, I love her, this kind of thing, and no, she's not, you're a prince or something like that. You get that kind of scenario. But what I understand from Nigerian parents is, for me, my mom might not inherently do it, like say it, but she will just give you this vibe that why
You're going to interpret from her attitude.
you would know, and even if she tells you, she expects you to come to terms with what she's saying.
Well, I guess we've gone past that age where you have to do everything you're told.
We have gone past that age.
Now,
For-
if you
for the sake
remember,
of-
if you remember when I said something earlier, I said in any situation you find yourself, you have to take 100% responsibility for it.
Yes.
Now, this responsibility of a thing is a trick that usually work on parents. Now, you can, if she doesn't want to give you that reason, you know that there is a reason behind that thing. Probably she has heard that there is a ritual they do in that tribe.
Yes.
That might be the reason. She's kind of protecting you from
it.
getting that, but she doesn't want to tell you straightforward. So if you don't want to tell me straightforward, something you can do is, well, okay, fine, I'm not marrying her, but just know that anyhow miserable my life is, you are the reason.
You know, you cannot see.
No, no,
Nigerian,
that's
let me
the
say
thing.
something. That's give 3 pin.
Yeah.
Nigerian give 3 pass.
Okay.
They study it in the university, graduated, have a degree, and they just know how to do it. They are very good. You cannot scam a scammer. You cannot teach a teacher. So see, all those ones you are doing, they'll be like, it's better. At least I have my son, rather than losing my son to somebody else. I don't know. That's
So-
ideology. So even though you are going that route,
Yeah.
you cannot even see if you are going. It will be better for them because they feel like, okay, since you have loose-guarded the person you want to get married to, and you are obeying what they say, they are fine with it. They don't care the repercussion, but they are just fine with the fact that you obey them and you understood what they told you.
Well, if any parent,
Yeah.
can fully take responsibility that, and because of my son's, should I say, is it miserability? The
Misery.
word, like being miserable,
Yeah.
and the reason my son is like this, it's not like 2 years to this time, 5 years to this time, they are going to be hoping that he's going to find another person,
Okay, but
and then you don't find another person.
what
So
if it's bounce back?
bounce back out.
You know this Nigerian films, you know.
I don't watch Nigerian film.
Where they tell the guy, okay, we don't marry from this tribe, but if we marry from this tribe, this and this will happen. We don't marry from the. Okay, let me take my side for example. In Enugu State, there is a particular stereotype, or would I say stereotype? But it's just something flying. I heard that if you get married to an Enugu guy, if you cheat on him, he will run mad. So somebody from Imo,
Just tell me, say, my sister for on a road.
somebody from Imo, a girl from Imo, but might want to marry because me I'm from Enugu, go for to the world. Might want to marry me, but the parents will say, okay, since I've heard about this stuff, I don't want my daughter to run mad. It's not like she'll go and cheat or anything, but I don't want
She doesn't want the possibility
the
at all.
possibility at all. So they are foreseeing something, and okay, maybe she goes ahead to marry the person. She eventually cheats. Like she does not purposely cheat. How women will say it. It was a mistake. She mistakenly cheats and she runs mad. You know, they will be like, okay, I told you and I told you this and that.
Yeah.
They will start guilt tripping you that, okay, why did you not? So you understand, it's a two-way thing. If you obey them,
Yeah.
you might be miserable, and if you don't obey them, you might also.
You see, this thing also, it still boils down back to responsibility. Now, you are faced with two options, right?
Yeah.
Now, you either go with what your parents say, or you go with your heart.
Yes.
Now, for you to have seen that this person is 100% capable, compatible with you, you want to, you know that you are going to spend your lifetime with her, not just a period of time.
True.
Your lifetime, literally. Now, and if your parents is giving you a reason that just because of from their tribe, I don't see that as a real excuse. I don't see that as a real school. For me, personally, I might go with it.
Like you go ahead with the marriage.
Yes.
Okay.
But the thing is, anything that comes out of it,
You're responsible.
I'm taking 100% responsibility for it.
So the advice you are giving to this guy now is that you should go with what.
No, I'm not saying you should go with it.
So what's your advice?
I'm telling him that whichever decision he's going for
responsible for
is
the
responsible,
repercussion
even if it goes
for that of his parents.
exactly. So there's this thing also again. Sorry that I'm saying all these things. That you can force a horse to
Go
the
to the
water and
river,
everything.
but you
So
cannot-
regardless of anything, everything that the experience is doing is an influence. It's not a decision. His parents is not making the decision. No matter how hard pressured it is, they are only influencing him, probably manipulating him.
Yes.
But the decision is still his
He
own.
left to him to make.
It's still so for the fact that he's making the decision, then he has to take full accountability of his actions.
So you have heard it from our guests.
But please, once again, I'm not relationship expert. Anybody can tell me
Anything
say
that
that John
happens,
Passam.
you are responsible. So away from that, if the person know anything way into na concern, if he follow in heart,
Maybe
So-
if he join us like this now,
But you
I tell you,
come and join us. We are
remain,
singlets
remain single.
till you achieve your goals and aspirations. So
Well, let me talk like that.
which one you come from?
I'm gonna eat up them when you take out that business.
So away from that, before we conclude,
Yeah.
what is the movie of the week
Movie of the week.
for you?
For me, like this, like Jack Reacher.
Jack Reacher.
Yes.
Just
But then,
brief us on
eh?
the movie. Bit of spoiler. So us that not watched the movie will know if we would watch it.
It's basically it's an action film. It's an action film. The thing is set with a guy who doesn't really care about money and money things, money anything material. He doesn't really care. So he's an ex-major in military.
Okay.
Now, relationship, as I said, connecting with other people. He has a team. He's the head of the team, and he treats each of them like a family. Right. So there is no way he's going to call upon just one of them that
And they will not respond.
they won't respond. In fact, they are willing to give their life for what is right. That's one. I think that's the part that attracted me in the movie. So the Jack Reacher of a guy is always this kind of righteous. You can call him sanctimonious kind of person. So and he's courageous. Anything he does it for himself.
Okay.
Like he takes full responsibility of anything he does. Now, not just anything he does, anything his team does. So, like in the season 2, it was more about one of them in crisis. So, just one of them is in crisis, and every other person shows up. That's a more like that action resonated with me in a level that I mentioned. That when you have people around, you know that you can always trust them. You can always count on them to have it back.
Yeah.
Right. So, just because of one person,
everybody had to follow.
Everybody came out from their hiding places, even the one that had married, and everybody came out and made sure that they resolved the issue and protected the rest of them.
That was good.
Now, in the end of the day, they saw like 65 million cash at least. I feel like to reward. I didn't even realize.
So that was nice. I might actually watch the movie.
But it has a lot of action.
Yeah.
Anybody will be action fan no more. You go enjoy that.
I'm not an action movie fan. There's bring romance,
bring
sci-fi, and I will feast. So for me, the movie that did it for me this week, hey Jesus, is Breath of Life. It's actually
Nigerian film. I don't know.
Actually Nigerian.
Please, I beg, may anybody listen to this, may go to say I hate Nigerians, so I beg. No, now call too much superstition like you guys shouldn't worry, I'll watch it very soon. When I'm don't be very advanced.
It's advanced now.
Yeah, it's advanced now.
On Netflix now. On Netflix.
How many ratings are there?
The ratings
are like
maybe like 7.
7.
But for me, I'll rate the movie 8.5 because there was sci-fi at the beginning. Then they went back in time.
Nigeria, they go back in time.
I go back in time.
Tell me, say Tinubu spoil Nigeria. They know it.
No, it was actually very nice. Yeah.
Okay, you never spoil them.
They acted a futuristic, like they made Lagos, like you understand, like more advanced a little bit. So the beginning was just like sci-fi.
Well, I guess
we're narrating a story, relating it back to 1930s.
Okay. I think with everything you've said, I might watch the trailer.
This kind of boy you
I'm not watching like
so you don't support your country.
I just support them.
They waste money, they watch other countries' movie.
They waste money.
They waste data.
And they waste data. The data cheap.
Data cheap. No worry. Me, this person, we should be that woman we get Malaika to ye brown for arrest for piracy. That's another topic again.
I don't do piracy, please.
Maybe we'll discuss about that topic on the next
I don't do piracy. So everybody, please, if you want to watch him, go on Netflix, go on Prime Videos. If the movie is on YouTube, please watch it there.
Sure.
Don't act in the wait, I don't forget the word.
Don't support piracy. It's very bad. Don't go and stream it on Telegram. Go to Netflix straight. Please don't do it. Or go to the cinemas. So for me, that Breath of Life is actually very good, and I would recommend you watch that movie. It's very touching. Touch of romance and a touch of what's that this thing as people call that sorrowful, this tragedy, touch of tragedy.
See, at the end of the day, in the action.
Shout out to Geneva. Hey. Shout out to Geneva Ume, my forever crush. I love her. Shout out to Geneva Ume. That was an amazing movie.
I will show me a face, man.
I'll show you later. Shout out to you.
Man, of your spec,
No, not like she inspires me. Not like she's my spec.
Okay.
But she's my spec.
I get it.
But not like spec, but she inspires me.
Okay.
Oh my God. I will have her on this podcast. soon. Inshallah.
Attainable goals.
Attainable goals. So,
Okay.
rounding up, in conclusion, we have learned a lot of things today. My guest here has briefed us on how to meet your goals for 2024 and attain your goals, set attainable goals, not goals that that normal. I'll buy motor, I'll build as I'll enter the gym. Set attainable goals and break it down to the minimal what? Minimal point, minimal part. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. So thank you for gracing my podcast.
Yeah. I will have to
Please.
drag me come here. I know.
Please sign out for us.
Okay, so everybody listening to this, well, you've gotten this far, so you shouldn't just leave without subscribing.
Yeah.
Podcast, Clef Post rather, is on all streaming platforms. Spotify, YouTube, Audiomark,
Everywhere.
anywhere you can get it.
Any
streaming platform. So
Any-
be sure to subscribe. This is the first episode, and if you enjoy the content so far, so try subscribe for more amazing content, and it only gets better.
Ew.
Clef Post.
Oh, thank you for that.
And,
So you guys have heard it. Subscribe, hit the follow button, drop a rating and review, please, so more people will get this podcast. And also drop your dilemmas on my anonymous link that I'll be posting. Drop your dilemmas, anything or any topic that you want us to discuss. See you till the next. I will see you on the next episode.